Hi, welcome to the next tutorial of M2Surf Studio. This tutorial is going to explain you about events in action and how you can use them on RStudio. So let's get started. As we can see, we already have a button on our canvas. So let's click on the button. Click on Show Events. As we can see, three drop-down lists over here. Select Control, Select Event, Select Action. So we're gonna choose our button from this control list, which is my button over here. And from the events, we can see the list of events associated with the button. So let's choose the click option. From the action, we can see we have four actions that we can use with this click event. So we're gonna see all these actions individually. So as there are four options, we're gonna draw four controls and map these actions with them. So as we already have one button control over here, so let's drag and drop three more. So each for one action. So let's change the title of the controls so that we know what they are going to do. So the first button will be used for set variable action. So we have to name it set variable. And the second one be set property. Third button will be used for our navigate to screen action. So we're gonna write navigate over here. And the fourth one is our invoke service. So we're gonna just write invoke. And let's change the machine name of the controls. This is our invoke button, so we invoke button. This is our navigate to screen, so we are name it as a nav button. This is our nav button. Then set property. This is set prop button, and the last one already has a name, my button. Let's change it to set variable button. Okay, so we are all set with our button properties and machine names. So let's start with set variable action. Set variable action is used when you want to modify or assign a new value to a variable. You can assign a variable value from existing control from the canvas or from any different variable, or you can assign a direct value to it. So let's choose our set var button, which is a variable button. Choose the click event, and from the action choose set variable. So as we can see, we have a two drop down list over here. First is for select variable, and the second one is direct value. So we already created a variable for you, which we named as my variable over here. Just click on my variable. So and the set value from. So as I said earlier, that we can assign a variable value from an existing control or from a different variable, or we can assign it directly. When you choose control, it will ask you to select a control from where you want to fetch the value. So suppose we choose in the same control, and the property we set it as title. So by doing this, we are actually saving the title value of set var button to my variable. The same for the variable option. It will ask you to choose a variable, as we already have a one variable, so which is over here. So we are just leaving that. And direct value, you can assign a direct value to it. So let's give it a value, say hello. So now this variable value will be hello. Let's click on associate event, and we can see when you we have a set variable button which has an event click and as action as set variable. So when you click on this set variable button, your variable which is defined in our variable management option over here, this will the value of it will be set to hello. There is a separate tutorial for variable management and mapping. So to get more knowledge about variable mapping and variable management and how to create a new variable, different types of variables, so you can get it from there. So now let's move to set property. Set property action is used when you want to modify or change the value of a control which is present on your canvas. So suppose if I have a label dropped on my screen, let's change the machine name, say my label. and the text as hello, and on a button click or any control event you want to modify this label text value to something else. So we choose this set property action. So click on set property, we're going to choose our set property button, click on events, we choose click on action, we choose set property. So as we can see, we are on our set property action over here, and select to control. It asks us to select a control, so we are going to change a my label property. So choose the my label. From the select property we choose text, and we're gonna assign a say hello world. So as we can see, we actually can choose a value from a different control or a variable. So let's choose that value for now. Click on associate event. So as we can see, we have a set property button with a event click with the action of set property. So when you click on a set property button, this label text value, which is hello, will change to hello world. Now let's move to navigate to screen. To make navigate to screen action work, we have to create a new screen over here. So let's go to workflow tab, click on add screen, give your screen a name, say my new screen, click on save and continue. And we are done with our new screen generation. So we have our my new screen over here. So now let's bind the navigate to screen action which is present on our first screen. So in the workflow tab, expand the screen section, click on my window. So you can see we are on our first screen. Click on navigate button, select control which is nav button, click event and action as the navigate to screen. So we can see the option select screen. So it asks us where you want to navigate. So we choose our newly created screen, which is my new screen, and we can choose our opening method, because as we can see there are 3 different ways to open a screen. Actually there are 4 different ways, which is default, open with nav, open with tab, and open as pop-up. The open with nav option is not shown, as it will be only available when you drop a navigation group or navigation control on the canvas. As we haven't dropped it, so the option is missing over here. So when you choose open with tab method is used when you are using a tab group for the navigation. Like you have a tab group and you want to open a screen within the tab. We have a different tutorial for tab group implementation and navigation group implementation. So right now we are choosing the default opening method. So let's click on associate event. So we have save our event over here. We can see we have a navigate button with a event click and action as a navigate to screen. So when you click on this navigate button, it will open your newly created screen. So our last action is invoke a service. So when you want to call a web service or invoke a web service on any control event, you use this action. So let's choose our invoke button and event as click and action as invoke service. So we can see it is asking us to select a web service. So right now, as we haven't created any web service yet for this project, so we will leave that. So there is a complete tutorial of for understanding web services, which is web services introduction and web services mapping. So you will get all the information how to create a web service for this project and lots of other stuff regarding web services. So that's all with the events and action tutorial. Thank you. Have a great day.